Hello, everyone, and welcome to Ravenclaft something. We got a bunch of
the Berenstain Bears. Listen, it was always Ravenclast, and if you ever think that it was anything else, you're from an alternate universe.
Yeah.
Get back to whatever multiversal dimension you belong in, but it's not this one.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know why anyone would think it's anything else. Also, we don't know where Max is. He's just...
Well, that's my character. My character is just, he's a black void.
Okay, all right. Max?
Yeah, we wanted to go super edgy on this one, and Max asked if he could just play Darkness, which I might have said I didn't think of it first, to be honest.
I had to create stats for the Darkness.
That's true. It's true.
Right before the thing, we started, XSplit decided to be all weird. And I'm like, I better try to refresh this before, and then it just went black. So it's starting.
Okay, well, I'll deal with it soon. We'll deal with it soon. I was telling the cast before we started that we're going to keep the pre-show a little bit light. Oh, also because this is one shot, but also because we're going to see each other again in 3 days, so we'll have the pre-show for that when we do Court of Swords. But with one shots, I think time is always the thing that there's not enough of in these, so we want to try to get through all the stuff that Dan has planned. And I think we've all said it before, but we'll probably see about 20% of it, I think, maybe. I'm not sure how much you have planned. But if Zeke's one shot is anything to go by, yeah, we'll see like 5% of it, actually. If that's what we're using as the gauge here. So yeah, we'll just go around real quick. Adam, you're not DMing.
Yes.
Can you? I know you love being in control so much here.
I do. It's true.
On Rollplay. How are you going to live for the next 4 hours?
You're only allowed to accuse me of being a control freak because the only person I know that's more of a control freak than I am is your ass.
Exactly.
So I'll let it slide.
It's true.
I'm excited. I'm really excited. I don't remember the last time that I played in a game of 5e, and I was saying right before we started, I get to play as a character. I get to play with people who I've either never played with as a PC, or it's been years. And then I'm also playing a class that only came out like this week. So I get to play with a whole bunch of new fun D&D bits. So I'm very excited. I think this is going to be super cool.
Yeah, I'm very interested to see that class as someone that's played every class in D&D.
Literally everything. Yeah.
I'm curious to see how that goes.
Yeah.
We should also state at the beginning of this, before we get into characters and stuff, Dan made 2 characters. He made me and Max's, and then Zeke and Adam made their own characters.
Yes.
So a lot of people were asking if we were going to do character creation or anything like that. And that the long answer is what we're telling you right now. It was split half and half. So that's why.
Yeah, it's gonna be weird. Zeke, your character's name is the same name as Random Tuesday's character in my Monday game. Oh. So if I ever mistakenly think of you as like a hot angel paladin lady, I'm sorry in advance.
All right.
No worries.
Okay.
I told you I'd fix it.
Yeah.
Hey, buddy.
Welcome back. Hot off the cruise from somewhere. Where'd you go again?
I went to, it was a short, like 4-night, on the Bahamas. You go to Nassau.
It was a fortnight cruise? Weird.
Yeah, you went on a fortnight cruise? That's weird.
God, could you imagine?
That sounds terrible.
Could you imagine anything fucking worse?
You just have to floss
like going to the bar, like shooting, like, what are you gonna order?
It'd be bad. It'd be a bad time. Don't do that. I pray to God there's not a fortnight cruise. That would be.
Yeah.
No. God, no.
I went to Bahamas. Basically, it goes to Nassau there, where they have like Atlantis, the famous hotel there.
Yeah.
And then
did you stay underwater?
What's that?
Did you stay underwater?
No.
You didn't get it. You went to the Atlantis hotel, but you didn't stay underwater.
I didn't go. No, I was just saying that's where they have that. Reference.
Okay.
No.
Gotcha.
We couldn't go really because Amanda, just before we left, decided to fuck up her foot. So
nice.
I had to provide a scooter and have.
Now, when you say decided, what is that? Does she take a hammer to it and say like "fuck my"? Just starts hitting their foot.
That's exactly what happened.
How'd that happen? Okay. All right.
No.
Full on misery style.
Yeah, like.
No, but right before we went to like the night before we had the flight, the next day, we had some friends that were in town or whatever her brother was in town for last night, and also other buddies were here in town for last night, and we like went to a little like Friendsgiving kind of thing local here with other like friends and streamers and stuff. And that was nice. So then the idea was thrown out to go out. We should continue. Let's go to like 6th Street and go have fun. I'm like, we should not do that. We should definitely not do that. That sounds like a bad idea. And then eventually I was like, okay, fine, but that's on you. We're gonna pack all crazy.
You know when Max is the voice of reason that you really shouldn't do something. I'm putting that out there.
Business.
Yeah, that's an interesting party to say the least.
So we had a good time, and then of course, fucking people stumbling around on 6th Street. She's in like high heels and stuff, raised up, and then all it took was somebody to bump her and stumbled and then rolled her ankle all fucked up.
How is 6th Street these days? Is it still shit?
Street, it's still street. Yeah, it can be fun depending on what you're looking for, But yeah, it was fun. I had a good time, but I would have if it was up to me. And it's just the only thing was like her brother was last night. He was in town. He stayed another day just to hang out one more night for her birthday and stuff. I'm like, all right, okay, fine. But I fucking knew we shouldn't have gone out. Anyways.
Oh well, now you actually can be the voice of reason and people listen to you. Because the last time you said it, she messed up her foot, right? So
remember when you fucked up your foot? I had to get it, but she had a little scooter that she was zooming around in. As much as it sucked to have like her foot, incapacitated.
Wait, like a Walmart scooter type situation? What are we talking about?
Yeah. But like, it was a company called I'm not going to say them because they why give them promotion? You know what I mean?
That's right. They give you a free scooter? No,
they did not.
It's true.
No, it was a service that like you.
It wasn't a Rascal, was it?
No. What the fuck's a Rascal?
You never seen those infomercials for Rascals?
No.
Man, you're missing out.
I'm assuming it's a popular scooter thing for like the elderly or something.
Yeah, it is.
It's a Walmart special.
Yeah, I think it's Walmart special. Yeah.
Zips though, man. I was jumping in that. Like she would like sit down and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna take this for a spin. And I was going in the promenade of the cruise ship at like at 5 a.m, just zipping around.
Dangerous.
It was fun.
It's dangerous.
It was good.
Well, I'm glad you're back. I'm glad you got back in one piece.
My feet are fine.
Yeah, you're feeling great. You're fine. Mm-hmm. You're fine. Zeke, what's up? How's it been? How's it going? What's up?
Going really well, man.
Yeah. How's that Colorado snow check? Is it snowed in the past week?
It snowed a couple of days, but it's back to being fucking 70+ degrees outside, and I couldn't be sadder.
Oh, really? It's hot?
Yes, I hate it. I want it to be. I wanted chilly. Like I had a friend was driving through to go to St. Louis or something, and he stopped and stayed at my place. And he was like, "Dude, it's fucking freezing here." I was like, "Yeah, right, great, right?" And he's like, "No, it's fucking disgustingly cold." I was like, "What? It's like 62."
Yeah, it's not that bad.
Great.
That's pretty nice. Yeah.
But yeah, I wish it was colder. The snow has melted. It was a nice sunny day.
Yeah. It'll snow again soon, I'm sure.
Good.
Yeah. I'm a weatherman in my off time, so I know a thing or two about weather. Yeah. Well, cool. And last but not least, Dan. Now, as the DM, you have to let us know what we're supposed to call you, sir. So, is it DM Dan, or are you the Dungeon Master? Where are we going with this? What are we?
I like Dungeon Master. But
Dungeon Master Dan.
Dungeon Master's too good to pass up. Like it's just you just gotta take advantage of it.
All right, Dungeon Master Dan. We're playing 5th. I'll get all the blanket statements out of the way. We're playing 5th edition. How much time did you put into said campaign in terms of prep? Because I think a lot of people sometimes will go in with 0 prep. You were on the complete opposite side of the spectrum. You put in a lot of prep.
Yeah, I think I put in probably several hours of prep just because I'm not sure like how much I will need. Like,
sure,
I don't have like the muscles yet to like come up with it on the fly.
Sure.
So I over prepared and instead of being under prepared because I'd rather like have too much than too little.
Makes sense.
Yeah, it's a good place to be.
And you get to use that other stuff elsewhere too, right? Like there's tons of stuff that I've prepped that you nerds have just blown right past. I'm like, that's cool. I can just use this somewhere else.
Yeah, that'll be good.
Yeah,
that'll be good. Apart from that, go ahead.
Yeah, I decided instead of using a pre-made world, I created my own world that I could, and I'll keep tinkering if I keep doing one shots in it, like keep building out the world. But yeah, it's my own custom world and a story I came up with just short enough for one shot.
What's the name of the world? It's the first on the top.
Yeah.
No, listen.
He's going to do it on the spot. Here he goes. He's doing the on-spot DM thing.
I mean, that's the thing. Like 100 and something episodes in, and I still don't really. I didn't have a name for the Court of Swords setting. Like, who cares? Like, we don't need a name for that. It's the world. It's where you live.
No,
you'll figure it out.
I'm doing that thing where when your friend DMs and you're just like, "Hey, you didn't name this thing. What's the name of it? We need a name for it, man. We're in this
Ask
world."
the name of every single NPC you encounter, right? Like a random NPC is like, "Oh no, the farm is burning quickly," and you're like, "Wait a second, though,
sir. What's your name?
What's your name?
What's your name?
What's your astrological sign? Where are you from?
I know your name. It's a thing with me.
I can't. You need to tell me your name, full name. What's your wife's name? Your kids? Where are they from? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. What school did you go to?
I'm inadvertently guilty of that a lot, or not inadvertently, but I don't think about what the DM has to like. He has to make up some shit on the spot,
which is fine. That's
I'm definitely like mostly the mouthpiece of the party sometimes. Like, so I'm like, I am blah blah, and you are, and it's like. Okay.
I did like chat's suggestion for the name of your world, Dan. Danzeroth. I think that's a good one. Not gonna run into any no copyright problems there.
Yeah. 2 major continents. It'll work.
Not bad. It's not bad.
Dantopia.
Yeah. Dantopia. Nice. There's a bunch of names to choose from in the world names.
Zanzibar.
I like Danzibar.
Oh, Danzibar is a good one.
Danzibar, I like it.
It's perfect.
Well, I was going to have you enter the world, but I want Max to miss it. So I'll also throw at you that you're now the Pokemon master. I saw you collected all the 400 Pokemons.
Yes. I caught all the Pokemon and beat all the gym leaders, and it's done. And that game was mediocre. It wasn't a good Pokemon game. It was not great, but I got to a certain point where I had so many, I'm like, I might as well just finish it. Like I had like 300 towards the end. I'm like, okay, I'll do the last 100.
Yeah.
But yeah, the game has a lot of problems and it felt rushed, but it was still fun because it's still Pokemon. But
who's your favorite Pokemon? Where are you at with it?
My new favorite was this rock fire one called Colossus, which was a mix of it was a very nice one. And also they redid Ponyta so that she is now a giant unicorn instead of a fire horse.
Oh.
I thought that was fun.
Okay. All right. Ponyta and Colossus.
Of the Pokemon that was a building, and I was like, "What the fuck are we even doing anymore?"
Wait, there's a Pokemon that's a building. What's the name of the Pokemon?
It's just literally a skyscraper.
Oh yeah,
they were battling, and it's a building.
Yep, there's
it's just a building.
Dragon Steel Pokemon that's literally looks like a giant skyscraper. It's
perfect.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out what's the real name in chat because people are naming it. Is it that?
Yeah.
God damn it, Max. Is it
Duraludon? Yeah,
misclick. My bad.
Duraludon? Is that it, Dan?
Yeah, that's the one. That's just like a giant look tower thing.
I gotta see for my.
There's one Pokemon that's just literally garbage. It's a garbage bag that evolves into a pile of garbage because
there's an ice cream Pokemon too. Apparently,
when you start making up hundreds and hundreds of these things, they're not all going to be winners. You know.
So that ice cream Pokemon you were just talking about, Max. One of its evolutions, you have to level it up with your Switch upside down. And then that's how you get one particular like evolution line. So they've started incorporating the motion controllers into some of the like weird versions of.
Hold on, you're not lying. This is a real thing.
No, that's real. Yes, that's a real thing. No, that's totally a thing. Where you when you finish the fight, you have to turn the Switch over, and then it's like, oh, Switch is upside down, and it leveled a certain level. Now it'll go into this. Yeah.
I had to do it 3 times because it wasn't registering it as upside down.
See, and if it doesn't, if it doesn't pick it up, because you know how good motion controls are universally across all platforms, no matter what. Yep. Then it's like you got to go get another one, and
God damn it! I'm just upset after that.
Oh man.
Yeah. Anyways, Dan, tell me about Danzibar. Let's get started here.
All right. Okay, so again, this is my first time DMing, so I'm gonna be new at it and make a lot of mistakes, but I'm gonna try my best. All right, so we open up on a scene in a dark, dusty room with books lining the shelves, and we see a man in a robe, and he's by himself in this room, and we see him very nervously getting out this candle and setting it on a table, and We look around the room and there's nothing in here. There's an empty chair, there's books. He's by himself and he looks extremely nervous. And he said he's speaking in a language that's not common. We don't know what he's saying, but he sounds like an incantation or something. And he lights a match and he holds it to the candle, and the candle flame is black. And then when we look behind him, there's a man in the chair that was just empty, sitting there, fully cloaked. You can barely see his features, but we can see his hands, which are very pale. And we hear him say in common, "Report." And the old man, startled, "Sire, we have a problem. It's been lost. I don't know where." And all of a sudden, as if he was already standing there, he appears next to the man and is holding them up. He's like, "I am getting tired of your failures." And he throws him across the room. And he smashes against the bookshelf, and stuff goes everywhere. And the man falls to the floor, and he's like, "Sire, but I have news. We have a plan to get it back. We have mercenaries. They're scavenging the area. I promise we will find." "You have failed me so many times. This is your last chance. If you fail me again, don't bother summoning me. I will find you." And with them, just like a flash, he's there, and then he's gone. And the old man just gathers himself up and clearly shaken. He's bleeding a bit, and we fade away from him, and we start going out the window. As then we go higher and higher and higher. We see that we were in this little cabin, miles away from the city in the distance. The city is vast against the side of a mountain. The architecture is very Gothic style, like medieval Gothic, very dark city. It's lit up at night. The night sky is very dark. The moon is out, and we see the city of Ravenclast, the city that's ruled over by both human and their vampire overlords. It's a city that's a great mystery to those that don't live in there. People come and go, but very rarely out of fear. But our story doesn't take place in Ravenclast today, but to the east, and we pan to the east to this marshy, very marshy, hilly, forested area called the Murkmire, and we zoom in closer and closer to a bright spot of lights, the one city that exists in this horrible, gnarled, disgusting place called Banebrook. And we see the city gates of Banebrook, and we pan back away from it, and we see a clearing that's just in visible range of the gates. And we see a band of 4 people standing around waiting for someone. It's our band of mercenaries known as the Flaming Rose. They're a group of people that are trying to get in on the mercenary guild game that's going on. That's currently led by 3 primary guilds. And the Flaming Rose has been trying to butt in and get their name known out there. And we see first a very large centaur and clad in armor. Max, would you like to describe your character?
I forgot you were a horseman, Max. Yeah, I forgot about that. I was like, a centaur, cool. Oh, it's just Max. It's okay.
I'm a centaur. Heck yeah. Sure. Standing at about 6
Can it be a
foot.
miniature horse centaur?
I think centaurs are medium size. So before I want to ask, we can't ride. Well, maybe JP, maybe you can ride Max, but I don't think that Zeke and I can. I think you might be small enough. Anyway, sorry, Max, please.
So like I was saying, 4'3".
Yep, tiny pony. Yeah, little pony.
No,
stubby legs.
saying about 6'8". Dark black fur, with a white mane that goes up across the spine of the worst part of the body, and then kind of like tapers off as it goes into the human torso, with kind of dark olive skin that you can see, anyways. Clad in armor, and then some white socks at the hooves, the bottom part of the horse's feet. Banged up with different scars across the exposed bits of the body, especially the horse's area. You can see like rips in the fur and tears, and then armor that is befitting of somebody that's seen battle. Pretty typical fighter style, but also dark armor with little bits of gray and other little insignia you can see that's personalized and probably befitting of what our group is, if we have like a particular sign or symbol. But yeah, that's more or less what it is. The hair from the human portion is also very, very kind of like a dirty white that you can see put up into a kind of a man like bun ponytail. It's a little bit bigger than a man bun, more of like a short ponytail.
Speaking as a dirty white myself, I'm really glad that you chose to include my people in this game.
Yeah.
Thank you, Max.
You're very, very
it's nice to be represented.
I blinked. I'm still picturing miniature pony Max.
You just spent that whole time thinking about ponies.
No, that's my headcanon. It's just a little.
It's the alternate thing. As I speak, you hear in your head, "Hello, where are we going?"
It looks like a My Little Pony, but a centaur. That's my headcanon.
Good.
Yeah.
The law of the land is for mercenaries is that all mercenaries must wear a symbol of their guild visibly on their armor at all times.
Yeah.
So where would your symbol of a flaming rose be on your body?
I'd say it's probably going to be on the left shoulder, part of the armor. Right over there, very, very easily visible, but tattered up and banged up and dirty.
So we see a rose that's sitting over like a bit of flame as like the symbol of your guild. And as we're looking at that, we pan to the right and we see a short-statured dwarf in armor. JP, would you like to describe your character?
Sure. Mountain dwarf, darker skin, has a big, huge beard, finely woven into different knots and whatnot. Probably 3 central knots, with the center one being the longest, the 2 ones being shorter on the sides. Probably the biggest thing and most noticeable thing that you see when you first look at him is his left arm is not humanoid. It seems to be kind of this crude metal arm that he doesn't seem to have full control over, and he can't really particularly bend it as a natural arm would, but it is able to grab on and clasp different things. And you also notice that he has a bunch of different wounds throughout his body that kind of have been covered up with just like a metal cap. So on some of his finger or some of his hands, he's missing a finger, and he just has like a little metal nub there on his other hand. He's wearing chainmail. He's got a just a normal helmet that covers his head, but you could still see his beard and his eyes and everything like that. Let me look at the character here real quick to see what weapon.
It's great. So you have like one arm and some missing fingers and stuff, and I really want to know why, because I could have taken one of my infusions is a prosthetic limb, but I didn't take it. So like I could theoretically have made you a new arm, but I guess I didn't for some reason. Yeah. We're gonna need to figure out why that is.
Great, I'm into it. Sorry, I'm just looking real quick at the character. So I have a shield on my back, and you see a hand axe at my side. And I think I'm just staring at the centaur and trying not to laugh. But we won't go into why. I'm trying not to
thinking
laugh.
about ponies.
I'm thinking about ponies, yeah.
You get a swift kick from behind.
I'm not behind you. I'm in front. I'm next to you. Yeah.
And then we keep panning to the right, and we see a human. Adam, would you like to describe your character?
Yeah, for sure. So, my character has a clear and obvious deep aversion to rain and cold because he's like bundled up pretty well. So he's got this big hat, big brimmed hat, and a heavy like thick wool cloak. The color of both at some point was probably like oxblood, like a dark kind of red color, but it's like faded to this mostly gray kind of reddish color. Most of his equipment and stuff would be covered by this heavy cloak, except that his kind of idle while we're standing around waiting, he has this like all this nervous energy, and I keep throwing one side of my cloak back and like doing like a maneuver that I'm obviously practicing, where I reach to my side and mime like grabbing something out of an empty holster that's on my hip. And I like point it, and then I do it again, and I'm like practicing this maneuver. And so every once in a while, you can see that underneath, I do have armor on, but I also have a bandolier with a bunch of metal tools. I have various sort of pouches and compartments all throughout my armor, and yeah. And then when I look up, and ostensibly like I look up to see if this person we're waiting for has arrived yet. I turn to look at Bryn, and we get a look at my face under the brim of the hat, and I have the look of a long weathered person. Like I've clearly been doing hard work or tough work my whole life. So lots of like lines in my face, kind of older. I'm probably younger than I look, and I have a beard and a mustache, but not because I've actively tried to. Like, it's not nearly nice as Magram's. Mine is it's just there because I don't bother to cut it. Most people don't really see my face anyway. I'm kind of like keep it under my hat. But when you can see it, yeah, I look not very soft. It's clear I'm a man of the wilds. And I look over at Bryn expectantly, like, how long are we going to be here? What's going on?
And then we transfer over to Bryn, our wood elf. Would you describe yourself, Zeke?
Absolutely. Bryn is, he looks young, but elves age very, very much differently. But he looks like in human years, probably 19, 20, something like that, somewhere around there. But in reality, he's much older than that. But he's got leather armor on, very well fit. It looks like it's been tooled with like depictions of leaves, stags, things that he's like that a hunter would hunt, basically, kind of like carved into the leather. It looks handmade. Same with he's got a little wooden shield that he carries with him that has the guild insignia on it. That has been carved into it rather than painted on or anything like that. It looks like it looks like your basic ranger, like out there, like he looks like he could trap some game and, live out in the woods for a while, because that's basically kind of how he grew up and his background.
Very nice.
Yeah. So just like, yeah, raggedy brown hair, like medium length. Looks like he doesn't give too much of a crap about how his like hair looks or his face looks or anything like that.
It'd be hot if he just put a little effort in.
Exactly. Yeah. He totally, like, you're getting a 6, but he could easily be an 8, even a 9.
Yeah, right. Exactly. You're a clean 8 and a dirty 5.
Yeah, exactly.
I like it.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I mean, I would say that you get the distinct impression that if you cleaned up his hair and put him in like a tux, he could definitely pass for nobility because of his elf.
You're just describing yourself, right?
Well, his elfin features. No, God, no.
Like, normally I look like trash, but I'm pretty up nice.
No, this guy, I mean, you would say like just this side of pretty.
Okay.
With this guy, not me.
I like it. I like how we're all like just holding it together. Basically, we don't really care about how we look. We're just here to get the job done.
Yeah, pretty much.
So you guys have been waiting here for about a good 20 minutes. And the reason you're all here is because the guild got a note that there was an urgent request for a group of the best that the Flaming Rose can offer. And each of you have proven yourself over the years to the guild, which is still an upstart, kind of small, but you guys are the best of your very small guild, and you were sent here to see what they want. The paper said it's utmost secrecy, need to know basis, and so you're here to find out what the job is. You just don't even know what the job is, but they promised a handsome reward. And as you're standing here, as you're just about to speak, as you've been here a while, then you start hearing footsteps coming down the path, and you see about 4 guards, and then a man, a very nicely dressed human, walking amongst them. They walk up
as they approach us, like not threateningly. I'm definitely not in the front. I let everybody else can stand in front. But as they approach, I want to conjure my Eldritch Cannon just so I have it in case this goes bad. So this time when I push the cloak off my shoulder and I reach for the holster, as I'm reaching for it, we see like parts of a cannon or a weapon of some kind form out of nothing, and then suddenly the holster is full, and then my hand touches the handle and my cloak slides back over my shoulder. And I'm just keeping an eye on stuff in case it goes bad.
Nice. I think the guards see this, and they whisper something to the man, and then you can tell he's like, just, it's okay. I think we'll be fine.
Mm-hmm.
And he approaches. The guards approach. They form a line, and then the man comes up and looks at the 4 of you. Looks at each one of you for a good few seconds to like size you up. So you're the best the Flaming Rose has to offer. Can't say I'm too impressed.
I complain quietly to whoever's standing nearest to me. I'm like, can you believe this guy? First thing he says to us, rude.
Which one of you speaks for the others?
That's a great question. Would we have figured that out in advance? Like who's in charge?
Have we been as a group before, or
this is your first time ever working together? Like you've all worked separately, but never together. So it's up to you if one of you wants to like take charge, or if you all like speak at once. It's up to you.
I think we would have done it in advance. But if nobody at the company put us in charge, then we probably just either like rock, paper, scissors for it, or somebody was like, I'm the boss, let me do the talking.
Who has the highest charisma?
Has the most charisma. Thank you, Max. Yes, that thing. I don't think anyone has great charisma. We don't have like a sorcerer or anything. Mine's 10. So
10.
Yeah, I'm
literally
we all have the same
10,
charisma.
So great.
Should we just roll for it?
Yeah.
Should we just like
sure? Yeah,
just roll for it.
Maybe we played craps for it.
Are we doing
roll D20? Whoever gets the highest gets it. Yeah, D20. Whoever gets the highest is the.
Gotcha.
I got 14.
15.
And it's not gonna be me.
17.
Jesus Christ.
17.
7.
There we go.
God damn it.
So
I honestly, I was like, I'm always the highest charisma in the party. I've been that guy 3 times, and I'll do it. I dig it. All right. I walk forward. Yes. I'll be the one to speak for the group.
Ah, an elf. We haven't seen one of your kind in quite some time. We don't get many of your kind around here. My name is Master Holm. I work directly for the Baron, Reginald Holstaff. I oversee all his delicate matters he can't handle publicly. We have called you here today because we have a mission of utmost secrecy. Something has been lost. A package. To be more specifically, it's a small box that's locked and has an insignia on it. And he hands you all a paper, and there's a handout in your character sheet that you should all see that has a little symbol on it.
I see that this mark was conjured using ancient magic of MS Paint, of which the crafters of old. Yes, good. I'm ready. I'm ready to find this MS Paint sigil.
This mark will be on the box and any belongings. Someone was carrying it from the west to Bainbrook, but it never arrived.
Do I recognize this sigil? Is this like an obvious one that we would all recognize, or is this like some?
It's not immediately obvious, but if anyone wants to make a history check to see if you recognize this symbol.
Well, as the party's nerd, let me attempt a history check.
Ooh. Well, you can take yours.
I got a 10.
Let me see mine.
Okay.
I just got zeked.
Matt, is that you giving feedback from Roll20? When people roll, someone's good.
I can mute it on the thing. It's just my audio has to be set up right now because of the crackles.
No,
you can turn it off. You can turn it off in Roll20, Max, if you just go and disable background beep.
Fine. Yeah, we'll do that.
Cool.
Sorry. So, Magram, you are the only one who vaguely recognizes this symbol. It's kind of the exact origins are lost to time, but the symbol pops up a lot around the origins of alchemy. Like there was a very powerful, crazy alchemist back in the day that created a lot of the recipes and potions that we now take for granted about not so something mundane as a healing potion that anyone could come up with, but really like this, like the most advanced crazy potions ever are the inventions of this one alchemist, and every culture thinks that the person belongs to them. Right. Some people believe it's a dwarf or a human. The exact name is lost to time, and there's lots of legends about experimental potions that never got public, or et cetera, et cetera. But it's all a lot of folktale stuff. But you recognize this is the one thing that's constant amongst all these stories and images of this alchemist is this symbol. It was his mark.
Is it a positive or negative thing?
It's not really either. It's just like his signature that
he's like Leonardo da Vinci of alchemy. Is the impression I'm getting. Sure. Like just like a big deal guy, but like kind of like historical, but also kind of mythological. I like that idea.
Okay,
that's cool.
Yeah. So it's like it's not a bad thing. It's just like that's what comes to mind. Is that symbol belonging to this mythical alchemist that was the grandfather of all these things that we take for granted today. So that pops in your head.
Okay.
And then Mr. Holm, go ahead.
What's in the box? Unless the box itself is what's important.
The contents indeed are important, but you are not allowed to open the box. The contents are what we'd require. The box is magical and cannot be broken into by ordinary means. We will know if you have tampered with it, so don't even try. The box must be returned to us with the contents inside, and we are prepared to pay the guild a sum of 10,000 gold.
Ooh.
Double that, actually, for your absolute discretion. 20,000 gold will be paid to the guild for its safe delivery here, and your word that you won't speak of this to anyone. You won't know. No, you can't tell anyone who told you to find it or what you found. It'll be once it's back here safely, the guild will be given payment.
Very well. You've heard your terms. Box. I'm sorry, Cal.
Cal exclaimed after you said that. Must be a very important box.
Does it really matter? You'll get paid for whatever is inside, as long as you bring it back.
You can't fault someone for being naturally curious.
and I shoot Kel a look that says, like, shut the fuck up. The job is the job.
I see Bryn shoot that look at Kel, and I say, kind of like to ameliorate between the two of you, before Kel is like, don't talk to me like that, Bryn, and the two of you get in a fight. I like put my hands up to Kel, and I'm like, just if you need to imagine what's in the box, just imagine the box is full of, I don't know, 20,000 gold. 20,000 gold, tiny box. Think of what you could do with it. Just let that pay for your curiosity. And I turn back to Bryn, and I say, yeah, I mean, the job is already agreed to, right? So we don't say, we're just here to find out what it is. If the guild says it's going to get done, it'll get done. We'll do it. Don't worry about it.
Well, we would ask one other thing from you. Well, possibly two.
Yes, go ahead.
Well, some money up front to ensure the job gets done in a more timely fashion would be preferable. And also, I would personally like your promise that you would help spread the word that the Flaming Rose is a guild that is true to its word and gets the job done.
If you successfully complete this mission, we will come up with an alternate story about what happened, but we will spread your praises that you were competent and you carried out to everything we desired. We will spread the word of your guild.
No need for you to associate with the guild. Just hire some people to spread the rumor that we're something to be reckoned with. Now, about that upfront money, do we need to purchase supplies? Are we going on a journey, or is it close?
Your journey won't be too far from here. We've hired 3 separate guilds. You're one of the 3. We're assigning each of the guilds to one route of that he could have possibly traveled. We don't know which one it is. We've hired the Sisters of Slaughter, and we've hired the Iron Fist. They will be taking the northern roads. You will be taking this road to the south. We don't know exactly which route he took, but somewhere along this route he disappeared.
Well, I dare say you wasted your money, because we will search this road, and if we find nothing, we'll search the roads that you sent them on, and we'll get that done faster than they will combined. It's anyway.
We'll see. We only hired you because we were desperate, and the Void Cloaks weren't available. So this is your chance.
Well,
prove yourself.
I'm feeling motivated, gentlemen. Shall we? And I gesture like, let's go and do this job. We're running out of time already. Like,
so I'm to be just to be absolutely clear, because a deal's a deal. If we have any out of pocket expenses, you'll put that on top of the 20,000. Is that correct?
I think that's fair. You make a list of your expenditures, we will compensate you.
Excellent.
Now, this road is a long stretch of wilderness. There's only one person that lives upon it. A junk collector, a scavenger. He's quite a few days traveled in that direction, though. But it literally could be anywhere on this road. We don't know exactly where he disappeared. He disappeared as soon as they got to the forest.
Since I spent most of my, I spent most of my life and most of my free time out in the forest, would I know who this junk collector is?
He's unless you happen to have gone in that area, like he's not like a known figure. He's just
okay,
some
no
aloof person, yeah.
Okay.
Any more questions before we make it official?
If the box is already open when we get to it, and I know you would probably blame us first, would you still require the box?
If you bring the box back open, then you will receive partial payment.
Very well. And I look at Kel. Is it Magram or Magram or how do you say it?
Magram.
Magram. Okay. I look at Kel, Magram, and Temple Graves, and I look at them and I nod to them and I wait for them to nod back, as in like we're all good.
Are we in agreement then?
Yes, your terms are agreeable. This
all
way,
right,
you
the
say
town of
one
Bainbrook
person on foot.
officially. Say it again. Sorry, I didn't hear you, Zeke.
This way, you say one person on foot.
Yes. The town of Bainbrook officially enters a contract with the guild Flaming Rose. By giving you my mark, I make it official. And you're handed the mark of the town, which is sort of almost like a badge that you are on a business for the town. That if people see it, then they know that you're not just some random person, that you're on official business. All right, gentlemen.
Each of us, or just one of us?
I give one to you, Bryn.
Okay.
Well, I hope we see each other again. Any more questions before I go?
I don't have any questions for him, but I was wondering if I could make an insight check kind of at the end of the conversation. I don't want to like if I notice anything, I don't want to be like, you're lying, but I just want to kind of be keeping an eye on them and figuring out so that after they walk away, I can be like, those guys were totally lying to us. Like, I just want to see if I can figure that out. Okay.
Go ahead and make an insight check.
All right. Let's see how insightful I am. Pretty good. 15? I got 15.
Pretty good.
Right. You sense that he's not lying. He just maybe not telling you all the facts. But he's definitely looks at.
Did he seem like nervous or like afraid or impatient? Like if he seems scared, then I would want to know that, right? Like if he's like, oh, we got to get this thing back or else it's my ass on the line. Like
he seemed more annoyed that he had to be out here in the muck. And he did not like that. And he seemed like he was annoyed, and he didn't. When he looked at all of you, it was like a look that you're looking down at somebody, like you were beneath.
Yeah, of course.
And
we're pretty used to that, I imagine.
Yeah, if he was scared, he was hiding it really well because it wasn't very obvious. He seems like he's very used to talking with people and hiding his emotions. He's really
that makes sense.
trained.
All of that's pretty much what I expect. Like, we're no sisters of slaughter or whatever. So of course he's looking down at us. Like, he's probably had this meeting 4 times already with people more professional and better than we are. So yeah, none of that surprises me at all.
All right.
Did he give us the name of the person?
No, he just said, I don't, he said, a junk collector. Like, he didn't even know what the name person's was. Like, he's just someone that lives way down the road, and it's not someone they have to worry about in the town. So
somebody accidentally put the box in the recycling and it went out with the trash, and now the junk guys probably got it. We'll just have to go explain to him, we didn't mean to throw it out. We need you to give us the box back or we'll shoot you in the face. So should be no problem.
So the information that we have is that the box has ended up with this junk collector probably or possibly.
His phrasing was that the box has disappeared somewhere along this route. We don't know where. The only person that lives on this route, like that has a house or anything, is this junk collector. So he might be a place.
Let's go.
And my question would be,
shit out of this guy till he talks.
Well, then my question would be, was the box taken from someone's home, or was someone robbed, or how did the box get lost?
The box was being carried by an armed guard on a carriage. We haven't heard anything of the carriage or the guards.
So you'll recognize have all disappeared?
Without a trace. We don't know what happened. The box would have been hidden. The box would have been hidden amongst a bunch of other knickknacks, food, supplies to hide its appearance. There may have been a couple more objects with the symbol on it. So if you see that symbol on any of the boxes or boards or papers, that might be a clue that is the correct carriage if you happen to find it.
So last you knew, the carriage was on this road. Is that correct?
It's on this road or one of the other 3. There's 3 roads it could have taken to get here. This is one of them that you're in charge of searching.
I'm assuming this cart had the town's insignia, your insignia on it, if we were to come by it?
Yes, you would see probably a writ that's a shipment to our town of Bainbrook.
Very well. Anybody else? That's all I had.
No, Bryn, your attention to detail's great, but we should get going. Competition and everything.
Yes, the race is on.
Agreed.
Okay. Well, I bid you farewell and good luck. We all need it. And he starts walking away if there's no more questions.
And as soon as he turns around, I look at Magrum and I go, was that ominous? It sounded ominous.
I have to turn to speak to you because you're further down the line. There's like a squeak, like a door that needs WD-40 or something in it as I kind of lean forward a little bit.
Yeah.
Did you see that symbol? What? That he showed us? That's not...
Saw it. I didn't recognize it. Did you?
Yeah. That's a great dwarf alchemist. The greatest.
I squint at you under my hat. It didn't look like a dwarven rune to me.
What does a dwarven
Magrum.
rune look like, huh? Graves?
I'd squarer with more pointy bits. I don't know. Just look how graceful it is. That's a human rune to be sure.
I lean back so that I'm further back in the line. I can't see me. I look towards Kelsevart. Graves is an asshole.
What are you looking at him for?
Graves,
We're having a conversation.
Graves,
his people can't even write.
we're not talking.
The two of you,
At least
quiet, calm, as all things should be. We have time.
At least wait until they're out of earshot before you start screaming and causing a fight. Kel, I have a question, Kel. Since Magrum is the smallest of us and moves the slowest.
Watch it.
I definitely snort when you say that.
This is not, I am not trying to cause offense. All I'm saying is, if Kel were to help you travel, we would make better time. And this is a race. Kel, would you be agreeable to that? Of him sitting on your back?
It depends on how tightly and if he will pull at my mane.
My hand starts to, it goes like that. It goes,
no.
Magrum, and it goes,
yeah, Magrum is Dr. Strangelove. Good, fantastic.
Yeah. So my hand finally reaches after going down, finding the right basically path, the right notch to get into. And I look at Kel. Well, pull me up, Kel. Come on, let's go. Let's not make a thing out of this. Help.
I put my hands down like this for your foot to put in.
I don't need that much help. Just Kel, pull me up.
Yeah, Kel lowers down his torso and grabs Magrum, throws him on back.
Someday.
And then you see the hand go like this all over again and go back down and grabs the bait. All right, I'm ready.
Yeah, and while this is happening, I say to Bryn, I'm like, someday we're going to be able to afford horses, and then we don't have to all take turns riding Kale around.
Well, honestly, on a mission like this, we probably wouldn't want horses because I'd want to be close to the ground slowly so I could see tracks or what. And that's what I'm going to start doing, Dan, is I'm going to start walking down the road and scanning for cart, like the coach tracks or a skirmish or whatever as we move down this road. That's what I'm going to be doing. That's what I'm good at.
Go ahead and make a survival check and an investigation check for me.
Okay.
Can I
does anyone else
Bryn
have...
Bryn, if I notice you entering business mode, I'll be like, looking for clues. Let me help, and I'll come over and help you with both of those if I can.
Perfect.
Making a team effort.
Yeah. Right.
There's side chatters. He's looking down at Kel, is this too tight? And it's like really tight yank where the hand just like grasps right onto your mane because it doesn't have like an in between.
Yeah, Kel's like, yeah, a little lighter, maybe.
Okay. Yeah, I like ease up maybe I have like a little wrench that comes in. I ease up the hand a little bit.
The torque.
Yeah, the torque a little bit.
Yeah, better.
All right.
Okay. Go ahead and make a survival and investigation check at advantage for me.
Okay. 20 and an 8.
We did it, and then we blew it. We did it, but then we blew it. I helped a little.
Yeah. Well, you have no trouble following the trail of. This is obviously a well-used trail for carts and foot traffic. It's one of the main routes to and from the city. If you're going to Ravenclast, so you see lots of footprints and tracks occasionally, and you do see just what could be cart tracks. You're not really sure, but there's a lot of them, and there's a lot of lines on this track, so it's hard to like really distinguish what is what. But if there was a cart, it definitely would have gone on this road in this direction. So you make out that like if there's a cart here, it must have gone this way.
Okay. I'm just keeping my eye out as we walk along. I'm keeping my eye out for any cart tracks that go off of the trail, like off of the road, I mean, or any sort of like tamped down grass, that kind of shit to see if anybody like, whatever. But on like our main stop is on the way to the junk dealer.
Okay. So the plan is that you're going to all start traveling down the path towards the junk dealer.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we might as well. That's our first clue.
All right. The junk dealer is about a day and a half travel away. So the first day goes rather uneventfully. But then at the start of the second day, as you're getting nearish what you would guess would be the junk dealer, you notice that there's a woman standing on the path in front of you. Now, let me see if I can get this to work.
Ooh. Everyone watch out. There's a woman.
There's a person on the path.
And just to double check, make sure you all can control your characters to make sure I set that correctly, your tokens.
Yeah, I'm good.
All right, so you see a woman, a very beautiful woman. She's got an insignia, you notice right away on her shoulder, of two sisters, two ladies with
this
crossed
is our
swords.
road. Get out of here, you. Oh, that makes
two ladies with crossed swords,
what a
stabbing
cheater.
a heart.
Sorry, go ahead, Dan.
Two ladies stabbing a heart with what looks like blood dripping down. So you recognize immediately she's of the Sisters of Slaughter. And she's just standing there. And she's just standing there, minding her own business.
Yeah, I definitely conjure my gun because this is competition. This is our road.
Oh.
Yeah, so.
Yeah. I see the amateurs have arrived.
Everybody we meet today has been such a dick to us.
Why would you say something like that? You know that won't hurt our feelings.
Oh, you simple beast. You don't know when you're outmatched.
I
have a proposition.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, JP.
No, go ahead.
I have a proposition for you, if you may.
Okay. As she's saying that, I get the torque wrench and I'm in my hand and I'm trying to like bend the fingers down very slowly. And eventually I get like
literally
it's like flicking them off.
No, it's
hey, at least part of your hand works. Yeah.
Maybe I lean into it and like Kelly's my center of weight starts to kind of shift and you have to like grab me, but Yeah, I don't say anything.
Yeah.
I just like slowly.
I do like a
start
slight, just one of my arms back to my torso.
Yeah.
She looks.
I
She looks at
just
you
shout
like
out to her.
confused about what you're doing. Like, she doesn't recognize what's happening. And she it catches her off guard, and she's just like really confused. And she goes, "How about this? How about you take your little band of friends and you guys go back home? We'll take care of this road, and we'll both go on our way, happy as can be."
Why are you doing
It
this?
sounds like a terrible offer.
You have a road
I said
to search on with your own compatriots. Wouldn't it be advisable for you to go there and do that rather than spread yourself so thin? If you had noticed, you're outnumbered 4-1.
Well, one thing I've learned playing this game for a long time is that the less competition, the better.
Can I make a perception check to see if there's anybody waiting for an ambush?
Are we outnumbered? What's happening?
Go ahead and make a
clever girled here.
Okay. Perception check coming.
20.
Oh yeah, baby.
20. Okay. You do notice slight rustling in the bushes around you.
Get out of there, Russell.
That there's probably something in them. Either an animal, could be a person hiding, you're not really sure, but the bushes definitely aren't completely still.
This turns into a big fight. In the end, it was just a chicken or something.
Yeah. Well, what I want to do is I want to fire a shot that this is what's going on in my mind. I just want to know if this is possible. I want to quickly fire a shot like at the bushes to rustle the leaves, but not to hit anything that's inside it. Maybe like hit it before the bush or something like that to let them know you're not gonna fucking get the drop on us.
Okay.
And to let them know like we're ready to fight, but we don't have to. Hopefully.
I would say go ahead and make an intimidation check to see if you can scare whatever's inside to come out.
This is our town, scrub.
So I grab an arrow.
I'll give you advantage because you're using a bow, which you're very skilled at.
Okay. Fuck, a 6 and a 4.
Nice.
Dungeons and Dragons.
Your arrow
feels
goes
good.
Flying into the bush perfectly like you intended, but nothing seemed to come running out of it.
You look like such a jackass now because it's like, oh yeah, what if I shoot this bush? What do you think of that? Got it.
Yeah.
Now what?
Even more confusion. Like,
you hate bushes or something?
What? And I was going to look at her and see if there was any reaction. And
go ahead, make an insight check.
Okay. 17.
When you fired at the bush, she definitely looked at the bush briefly with her eyes. So like just
as did the rest of us. What are you doing?
It caught her off guard.
Listen. Like this is what I'm going to say next. Like I did that. Yeah. I look quickly at her and then I say, I didn't have to miss.
Nice. Good save.
You can tell that startled her a bit. She definitely seemed a little concerned, but once nothing happened, then she relaxed. She definitely seemed a little off put by that. She goes, well, I'm just offering you the chance to go home, live the rest of your life, stop meddling in mercenary business. There's not enough room for another guild. So just go home.
There's where you're mistaken. We're not on mercenary business. I'm on business, and my friends are on business for Master Home. We're doing his business. And how do you think he would like to hear that you are interfering in his business?
Make a persuasion check.
Can I say something to
help?
Fuck,
man. Why'd you make me the mouthpiece? I've got a 0. Everybody's got a 0.
Go ahead.
5.
Well, you got a 5. So I start to say something, and Bryn hex it up.
Fantastic.
I think that Mr. Holmes just cares about results, not so much anything else. So I'm going to give you one last warning. Leave, and you'll go home without any worries in the world, and we'll take care of everything.
Well, I guess then we should just leave.
And what if we refuse? Then what? What are you going to do about it, huh?
Well,
shit. I shouldn't have said that. Oh,
I'm going to have to correct a statement you said earlier about being outnumbered. As they come out of the bushes.
I don't want it.
Fuck
refuse.
Fucking sisters. What the fuck, dude?
Yeah, these sisters. Man, huge family. Big family there. Mom
yeah, they're Irish Catholic.
See you later, action economy. Oh. Well, thankfully we're not surprised. We knew that this was going to happen. Shall we do the thing, Dan?
Yeah, are we rolling initiative?
Shall we roll initiative?
All right.
Okay,
no,
here we go.
We're going to leave. What else you got for us?
Yeah, we run for it, actually, and we give up on the quest that you so delicately placed in front of us.
How does he pop up the turn order button? Do you have that, Dan?
Yeah, give me a second.
Sure.
Yeah,
there we go.
There it is.
Cool. All right, let's see.
God damn.
Okay.
Gosh, diggly dang.
I gotta get to cover, and I gotta get to cover fast because I only have 28 hit points. Here we go. Nope. We don't like that very much. Not a big fan of that guy. Okay, good. Fantastic.
It's gonna be fine. They do call him Kel the Undying after all. It's fine.
Perfect. Good. I'll just stand behind you.
Okay, Bryn, you get to go first.
1 second. I just gotta make sure something here.
Quoth Bryn, I didn't have to miss.
Now, okay. I'm trying to reconcile what like the difference between stealth and hide. Hide is an action. Stealth is something you do to get hidden. Is that right?
Stealth is the skill you roll. Stealth is the skill you roll when you take the hide action. Yeah.
Okay. Good. Okay. Because I have pass without trace, and it gives you +10 to your stealth checks and stuff like that. So,
but we still have to take the hide action if we want to do that. Yeah.
Right, and that's what I'm saying. Like, would I know enough? Because that's definitely like good for me to do the hide action because that's how I work best. Would I know that about you as well? Like, would that be something that I would know about Temple Graves?
I mean, I don't operate better from stealth. Like, I'm just a spellcaster, basically. Okay. I just want to get to cover so no one shoots me and I don't.
Oh, to cover more cover than hiding. Okay.
Yes. Yeah. I don't need to hide. I just need to put solid objects between me and whatever weapons they want to put into my body.
Gotcha. Okay. Then I am going to let's see. The first thing I'm going to do is try and find the same thing, like a suitable like bush, tree, something that would obscure me, and
all of the bushes on the map, I will let you hide behind for half cover. So if you want to crouch but behind one, the big bushes you can stand behind, but the little bushes you have to crouch behind if you want to get covered.
It's really standing room only around here, bushes wise. They've kind of got the real estate covered, but
yeah.
Here's my important question too. For Magrum, does Magrum stay on my back?
No, the fight starts. I let go, and it looks in my mind, in Magrum's mind, graceful, but it's really me just using the weight of my left hand to get my center of motion just kind of off, so I just like fall off and roll.
Yeah. Perfect.
Do like a cartwheel on your side.
Love it.
and then a loud thud when I like hit the ground. Yeah.
Okay. Quick question, Dan. Did you add a +1 to my longbow?
Yeah, everyone is starting with a magic weapon, a +1.
Okay, good. Okay, I saw that there, and I was like, did I do that? Okay, cool.
Yeah, I put it all on your character sheet, so you all have one.
Cool.
Excellent. Okay, then I'm gonna try and find suitable cover. Like, let's see. I'm going to. Let's see. Now, this part of the road right here, like, is that like an incline?
It's a drop. It's a drop. Okay. About 5 foot drop.
Okay. Yeah, I think I'm going to go over there and use the drop like as cover.
Mm-hmm.
So like get down behind it a little bit. So yeah, I'll like move down like here-ish. So I can still like see my head over it and like pop a shot.
Sure, that's fine.
Is that fair? Okay.
That's fair.
Cool. Okay. So I will do that. And I also have to add. There we go. Forgot to add the +2 to attack, and I think, hold on. So if it says +2 bonus to attack rolls, does that mean damage as well?
Attack rolls would be the chance to hit.
Just to hit. Okay.
Damage, yeah.
Because it's the fighting style archery, it says +2 to ranged attack rolls, and I wasn't sure if damage was included. Okay, it's just 2 hit. Okay, cool. So I will pop a shot off at the leader, the one who's been talking, the one in the middle of the road. See if I can down her real quick, and then convince the other guys to fuck off. We'll see first. We'll see if I hit her first. All right. So first attack, 29.
Very nice.
That definitely hits.
For 9 piercing.
All right, you get her right in the leg, and she goes, she wasn't expecting you to like attack, and it catches her off guard. Yeah, you definitely hit her.
Excellent. And then I will do. Let's see. Oh shit! I should have done that first. I'll do Hunter's Mark, which is a bonus action.
Okay.
I'll throw Hunter's Mark on her. And until the spell ends, actually, I could just put it right in the chat, right?
Since it's your first time with this character, I will let you put it on the first roll if you want. Just go ahead and roll the damage. Yeah.
Perfect. I forgot about that.
Yes,
yeah.
Since it's the first time you've ever played a ranger in Dungeons and Dragons, which you've never played before.
Shut up. It's been okay, so then I put the Hunter's Mark first, run, drop, take a shot. 9 Hunter's Mark does 4 more, so 13 total. And then I will do Colossus Slayer, which is you hit a creature with a weapon attack. The creature takes an extra 1d8 if it's below its hit point maximum, if that's true. So I will do this.
Hit, she would. Oh, yeah. Sorry. So that'll work on the second hit, not the first.
Yeah, exactly. It's after the first hit. So I hit 23.
That definitely hits.
Okay. 9. Now does Hunter's Mark do it every time or just once a turn?
Once a turn, I think.
I don't know.
If I recall.
Until the spell ends, you deal extra 1d6 to the target whenever you hit it with a weapon attack.
Oh,
okay.
All right. There you
go ahead. Do it again.
Okay, so 1d6 and 1d8. Wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Also, nice work hitting twice. It's good. It's a nice start.
Okay, so 13 again plus another 1d8. Okay, so 26, 31. Fuck.
Drop her ass.
Damn, you hit her hard. She's definitely. You get her like right
down,
in the.
Slide down the fucking hill. Like, I just wanted to be cool. Just slide down the thing, throw the mark at her.
The second one gets her right in the rib. Yeah, she definitely feels that one. She looks like you got her real good. Those are 2 really good hits on her.
You're still standing. Give up any time.
You wish. And then, is your turn over? Anything else on your turn?
Yep, I'm done. I'm just like using the defilade. I don't know if that's the right word, but I'm using the hill for cover.
All right, Adam, what do you press to make it go to the next person in the turn order?
There should be like a forward arrow in the turn order.
I'll just click that.
Yeah,
awesome.
you just click that. You got it.
Awesome. Now it's her turn.
Why'd she roll better than I rolled an 18? She's 16. What is this horse shit, Dan?
Oh.
What are you doing to me?
That's true.
Oh wait, yeah, go ahead. It's your turn then. I don't know why
the order
that.
they got in. So if you want to manually, Dan, if you want to
Jeez.
manually reorder them, you can just click on
There you go.
Magram and drag them up above. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I was looking at mine too. I rolled a 7, and yeah, there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we're all better now. Now it's Magram's turn.
Cool. I will pull my like the as I rolled off of Kelsavar's back, landed on the ground. I pull up my shield and my warhammer, and you guys have seen it before, but the audience has not. Whenever I grab the warhammer, it like fuses into my left hand, so the crude shit, like iron wrought arm that I have becomes like an actual usable proper arm that fuses into this warhammer. And I will move. Let's see. I'm going to move 25 feet down the way. Become a pincushion. How do you do this? Is it there? It is. So I'll move down here, and I'm going to cast Spirit Guardians on me, Dan. So if you want to give me a 15 or 30 foot diameter, I guess, for Spirit Guardians.
You should theoretically be able to do your own aura.
Really? Oh, can I cast it on the character right here?
If you just go to your and then that first aura there, if you put 30 and then click square and then hit save changes, then it'll make a 30-foot aura. I don't know. Is it 15?
Radius,
it's 15-foot radius, right? Yeah. So you're
that's too big. There we go.
Yeah, you want to change it in. There you go.
Cool.
There you go. Awesome.
Yeah, and then I'll stop there. That's all I want to do.
What does your Spirit's Guardians look like?
It's different. Like one is like this type of thing with the hand. One is just flicking off. One is a slap. One is
just
like,
hands flying
around. Some of them are shockers, but that's like blurred on the screen. You don't really get to see that.
You're surrounded by the last boss of Super Smash Brothers.
Yeah, exactly. They're just different fists and variations of how you would hit someone or inflict some sort of thing.
Okay.
I like it.
Awesome. I like it.
It doesn't hit anything yet. I still got to get closer.
Yep. Okay. So, anything else you want to do in your turn?
Nope. That's it.
Okay. Next will be the captains. She looks confused at your match. She doesn't know what the hell you just did, but she decides she's just gonna run in and freaking attack you. She's not afraid of you. She's realized like I don't care.
There's only
now how does your Spirit Guardians work? Is it when she ends her turn, or at the start of her turn, or entering it?
Let me see. When the creature first enters the area for the first time on a turn or starts its turn there, it must make a wisdom saving throw. So it needs to make a wisdom saving throw. DC 14. Yeah. We can just use that current roll unless you want me to re-roll it. It's 15 damage or...
Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
She's got to make a wisdom save, right?
Yeah, DC 14.
She makes it, so she'll take half damage.
Okay. So
Are you dealing necrotic or radiant damage?
We'll do necrotic.
Okay. So she'll take 7 necrotic damage. And you just see like it like parts of her skin just like withers away under the dark magic you cast on her. And she hisses and then she just goes, I told you to leave. Now you forced my hand. And she goes ahead and she makes her attacks. She's going to attack twice with her longsword and once with her dagger.
She crits with the dagger. Does she have advantage on longswords or no?
No. So she just regular attacks. So what's your armor class?
18. So miss, crit.
Okay, if you're gonna take a crit, the dagger is the one you want.
Yeah, so dagger's not that bad. So you take 9 piercing damage.
Gotcha.
And I need you to make a DC 10 Constitution check for your Spirit Guardians.
Oh, right. 20.
And you say you're fine.
Spirit Guardians.
Yay.
Woo. Oh yeah. Okay. And that is going to be the end of her turn. Now it is our lovely Centaur.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cal,
I'm the Centaur. That's me.
It's me, the Centaur. I'm a cute little tiny pony. No. Cal just like sighs. This is all like having the same time as the fighting's going on. He's just like, if we must fight, fine. Then he kind of rears up and charges the one in the bushes.
Okay.
Over yonder. I'm using two different mice. Yeah. Just give me a moment.
Yeah. Go mess her up. Okay, so we see our Centaur. What does your charge look like when you go at full speed towards a target?
Obviously badass.
Imagine the coolest thing. I do that.
Cal like charges up like that, rears up, and then uses kind of hops forward, as it's not just for show, hops forward to give himself a little bit of momentum, and then it goes into just a full gallop like that. And as he's galloping, he's grabbing the maul that he has in preparation for the strike once he reaches the bush. So awesome. We're gonna do one melee attack, and then we'll also follow it with some hooves.
Okay, go for it.
Here's the maul.
That was oh yeah, man. You completely whiff on the maul.
I didn't have to miss.
Well, you can go ahead and
warning shot, fucker.
Get a second attack.
Can you grab my arrow?
Yeah. Yeah, you get 2 attacks as a fighter, right?
Yeah, this person's invincible.
Yeah. Right?
Yeah, it's good. It's nice.
All right. Appreciate that. Okay.
12 is enough to hit. So go ahead and roll damage.
Max, you also get 2 mauls as a fighter.
You get another maul swing, I think, at a 5th level.
Yeah.
Okay.
But just roll your hoof damage.
Yeah.
We'll do the hooves first.
Hoof damage.
Throwing them off. You can't do the same swipe twice. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, that's right. Basic.
You get a
Centaur
combo
lore. Everyone knows that. They don't do 2 attacks.
Maul, hoof, maul.
Yeah, it's maul, hoof, maul every time.
Boom. Ooh, 9.
9 bludgeon damage. Oh wow, you kick her right in the face, and she almost topples over because it was such.
Is this the part where "Pony" by Genuine comes on? Wham, wham, wham. You're just fucking nailing her with your hoofs.
Yeah,
she's still all right.
Kick her in the mouth. She's bleeding. You almost got her. Just one more good hit, and she's gonna go down. You really messed her up.
Here's the maul.
Okay, you got it. Hit her. Now swing damage.
Oh, she's dead.
She's down. She's so dead. She's utter. You just annihilate her.
Yeah, I swing. The hooves come down after the pop to the face, and swings back the maul coming around, and just like a baseball, like it's a T-ball from Little League, just the head right off. Yeah.
Would you like to do anything else? Use the rest of your movement, or are you good?
Do you have an action surge?
I do have action surge. Yeah, I suppose I should use it. Well, how much movement do I have though? I guess that dictates whether or not. Because right now I have half cover behind the bush. If they're going to start shooting, ranged attacks.
Yeah, you would need 25. Another.
You have 15 more feet, so you could move to the leader and hit her too if you wanted to. If you wanted action surge.
Yeah, you know what? I'm going to do that. I'm going to action surge. I got the hit points to do it. So
go for it.
Yep, we're going to swing back over here. Do that.
All right.
So with action surge, it's just another attack.
Basically, do your action again, so you can do your 2 swings again.
Perfect. Okay, cool. So another swing of the maul.
Oh wow!
Oh hell yeah, baby!
Woo! Double crit.
Is it just a little amateur crit? You know what I'm saying? It's a little amateur action.
What does it look? Okay, go ahead and roll damage. Okay, you give her a massive hit, but she's still up.
Fighting.
She's that did a ton of damage, and she's not looking good. You knocked her almost out of unconscious. So you have one more swing.
Here we go. Second maul to end it all.
Yeah, dude.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, What's it look like when you just bash her face in and kill her because she's down?
Yeah, this one's not so much a T-ball action. He swings it around, hits, and then uses the momentum to go like straight over the top and just like literally bash her head into her torso.
Gross.
As he does it, he's like, "We had to fight."
Yeah, the shield in front of me, so it just catches all the blood and viscera.
Oh yeah,
I don't want
like
that shit anywhere on me. Yeah,
Gallagher hitting a watermelon.
Yeah,
everywhere.
The right before your second swing, and she goes down. She shouts to the back, "I failed!" And you bash her in the face, and she goes down, and she's utterly dead. All right. Let's see. 1 second.
Yeah.
Wasn't horsing around, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you're dead. You older
Do I
fella.
want to hear another joke from you?
Right, you just died.
The other sisters pounce on you. You're dead.
Yeah.
Zeke, don't say.
Do I want to hear another joke
Zeke,
from you?
Nope, you're
I
muted.
say nay.
Well, so what the great thing is though is that when Max's character finally goes down, they're just going to keep attacking him because no one can resist beating a dead horse.
Oh yeah.
So we'll have lots of time to run away.
Oh my god. Okay. All right. Go ahead, Temple Graves. Your turn.
Yeah. All right. So I'm gonna try to clear up some of these nerds. I'm gonna move. I'm gonna do half of my move to get me like here. And as I do, I'm pulling out my force ballista, pulling my weird mechanical pistol, and I aim it at the people in the bushes over here. I aim it at one of these targets, and I let it rip. So I'm gonna take a shot. That's a bonus action. So let's see, force ballista, do your thing. What did I get? I got 17.
That hits. Roll damage.
Okay. And I do 16 force damage.
Holy shit.
Jesus.
Oh, that's
Amateur.
wow.
What?
That's
What's
2
that
8s. That's 2 8s.
You blow her ass up and she's dead. Like you just one shot her ass and she's down.
Yeah, and I think this is just like I just like take aim, I fire, and it just shoots like literally just like a beam of magical force that just hits, leaves a little entry wound, big exit wound, and then down she goes. Just and then I'm gonna finish my action. I'm gonna finish my move over here behind this bush. So I'm gonna run over and like slide down. And then what I want to do from here is I reach into one of my pouches and I take out what looks kind of like a big bullet. And I twist the end of it and it sprouts out of the top of it. It sprouts little blades and they start spinning around. And I throw it on the ground, like sort of pointy end first, throw it on the ground. It digs into the ground and then flies over here and then pops up out of the ground like a mine, blows up in a big area. So I'm going to cast Shatter. And I think I can hit 3 of them. I can hit 3 with Shatter. If I put it, let's see, because it's 10 feet. Yeah, I can get these 2 and this one. Okay. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to use a spell slot. I'm going to cast Shatter. And I think this one's a saving throw for them. So let me cast it. I cast it at level 2 because that's all I got. So it's a DC 15 con save or take 13 thunder damage.
Okay. Let me see.
And is it save for nothing?
It's half. Save for half.
Okay.
Yeah, on the back 3.
They fail.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh,
get it.
You blast away the bushes and everything around them, but they're still just barely standing alive. But you did mess most of them up. They are
a little mangled.
Nice.
You did massive, nearly mortal damage to them all.
Yeah, a sudden loud ringing noise, painfully intense, erupts from that point. So like everybody can hear it. I mean, you guys have seen me do this trick before. Yeah, and then I just hunker down over here and hope no one can see me or shoot at me. Like I'm just like, it's fine. I'm hiding. Deal with the big guys.
Okay.
And that's my turn. Yep.
All right, and then at the end of the turn, the archers who have been hiding and not taking their turn get to go. There are a couple archers that were hiding up here. Let's see. Get them onto the board. A couple archers that pop out of the bushes up here. And there's one also
a-holes
down here, right behind Bryn. And they are going to move out of cover and take a couple of shots at you guys real fast. Let's see. They're gonna move there, and they're gonna fire at Temple Graves, the first target.
Okay. So I figure I'd be prone, right? Because I'm like down behind these bushes because this is what I wanted to avoid.
That's fine.
What's prone do against missile attacks? It's disadvantage, right?
They'll have disadvantage, so they'll have disadvantage on the attacks.
Please don't hit me. I don't want to die.
Yo.
Everybody else around here's got a death wish. I don't want to die. I just want to blow stuff up and shoot lasers at people.
All right.
It's different.
Here we go. 16 is enough to hit.
Yeah, the 16. The if they have disadvantage,
they have disadvantage, so yeah, they miss. So one arrow shoots past you.
Just like goes right past me. I would have gotten hit if I was standing. Definitely.
And then another just goes by again.
So at this point, I'm literally shouting like, help! They're shooting at me.
Okay, let's see. And then the other one will come down. And she's going to try to break that, the magic that the cleric's casting. She's going to cast it at you, Magram.
Ooh.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right, so she wants to get that spell down. So 19 is enough to hit?
It is, yeah, of 18.
Okay, so she does 4 piercing damage.
Okay.
And you have to roll Constitution check.
15. Saved.
Yeah, you succeed. She goes again. And she misses with a 10. And there it goes flying right past you. And then the archer is going to come out of the bush down here, and she's going to take a couple shots at
you
Bryn.
son of a bitch. You just stepped in it. You're fucked.
She saw you just kill some of her teammates, so she's pissed at you. She's going to try to hit you.
That's the trick, right? With like sentient NPCs, you think if you kill their boss, they'll run off. But sometimes if you kill their boss, they all just get really mad at you.
Yeah.
It doesn't help.
Quick question.
Yeah.
I do have a wooden shield, and it gives me +2 AC. Can I have it on me while I'm firing a bow or not?
A bow's a two-handed weapon, so you'd have to drop it to equip your shield. Yeah.
Yeah. You're gonna hear a lot of people in chat be like, "But you can have a buckler on your arm and still use it," but that's not how D&D works.
Yeah.
Okay. That's what I figured. Because I have the shield.
Oh yeah. Also, don't
combat.
Don't forget to remove your hunter's mark. You get to do it for free after the person that was marked dies.
Yeah. Bonus action. Yep.
Yeah. I just want to remember it because you're up next.
Yep. So without the shield, I have a 15. Now, if they match as a hit, is that right?
Yes, match is a hit.
Yes.
So 15.
Okay, then the 15 is a hit then. Yes.
So you get hit for 7 piercing damage.
And
then
fucking turn around like you see, just like his like no anger, just narrowed eyes, like hunter.
Make
like
a Constitution saving throw for me, Zeke, for Hunter's Mark concentration.
Yeah. Son of a bitch.
You feel the mark that was targeting your target start to fade from you as you get interrupted a little bit. Okay.
What happens when you get surprised, man? It happens. It's okay.
I realized I totally forgot to put our regular ladies in the turn order, so I'm going to do that now.
It's not important. They don't need to play. It's fine. It's okay.
Yeah. All right, so they get a 12. I'll put them in the proper spot. So they'll go now, but they would have gone a little bit earlier. Okay, so seeing that you just killed their friend, she's gonna run over here. And then the other people are gonna start running at as far as they can get.
Can I roll damage for Spirit Guardians on her?
Yeah. Go ahead and roll damage.
She runs in. God, I hope she just dissolves.
8. Yeah. She needs the DC
Blind
wisdom
rage,
save.
doesn't necessarily evoke the smartest actions.
Okay. Give me 1 second to move these people as far.
I always love when that happens, when a fairly weak NPC runs into an area of effect like that without realizing it's going to happen, and then they just die, and everyone else is like, "Oh God," and they don't want to run in.
I think they're just frazzled, and they're mad that they're getting beaten by this pathetic mercenary group, and they're hubris is making them do stupid things right now. So she ran in, and she's going to go ahead and make her Constitution saving, her Wisdom saving throw. Let's see, Oop. And she fails, so she takes 8 necrotic damage, which withers away at her, and she doesn't like it, but she's still okay. Yeah, she doesn't like being withered, apparently.
Turns out.
Yeah.
Same.
And then she's going to make a couple of attacks on our Centaur friend.
Yeah.
All right, let's see.
Whatever.
Yeah, so she's going to make a couple of poison dagger attacks.
Okay.
Okay, so
poison dagger. Okay.
Crit miss.
Crits for 9 plus 5 poison damage, so she hits you for 14 damage total. I don't think you have any resistance to poison, so just 14 damage.
Yeah.
And that's the end of her turn. And the other ladies don't. They rush in because they're frenzied, but they can't actually attack this turn, so they're just going to double move to get up in your shit. But now they have to make wisdom saving throws. So they're going to.
If everybody could just move out of the way, I can thunder wave all of them at once. I'll just blow them away like dust.
Do you want me to re-roll
1,
or
2, 3, 4? That's the same damage.
Okay.
Let's do
8 damage then.
All right, so 1, 2, 3. Okay, so from top to bottom. So yours is DC 14, correct?
Yes, DC 14.
Okay, DC 14. So top one saves. She's fine, but just barely. She's barely holding on. The one below is dead. The other one is also dead. They die, and then the third one takes a lot of damage, but she's still up, and she's going to go ahead and attack our Centaur friend. She's going to attack you, JP, since she's right next to you.
Okay.
No, actually, she can't attack. Yeah. She can't attack. She's double moved. So she's going to sit there.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Okay. So that's what happens. And then, okay, so now it is Bryn's turn.
All right. I definitely turn around to the one that just shot me with a fucking arrow out of nowhere, and I'm pissed. I'm
there's one right
at myself that I didn't see that person there. And I first thing I do is re-up the Hunter's Mark as a bonus action. Spend the spell slot.
Okay.
On that person, and take my first longbow shot. 29.
Yes.
Totally hit.
Smack it for 10.
What a good shape.
And Hunter's
Good
Mark.
hit right in her chest. She doesn't
15
like that.
total.
Okay, you kill her in one shot. She drops. You shoot her right in her eyeball, and it goes through her skull, and she just falls right to the ground with a big thump.
I guess not ow. It wouldn't hurt at all if you'd just be dead instantly.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's gone. You erased her from life in one hit.
Hey, is that an arrow? Dead.
All right. You have one more shot?
Yep. I'm going to move. Let's see. Hold on.
So I'm shouting. I'm like, Bryn, archers on the left flank.
Yes. I will. Let's see. Oh, wait, hold on. I got to do it from the front corner. There we go. I can get behind that bush. Okay, so I will take my person and put them right here, bloop, and pop a shot at this guy.
Okay, do it.
Pop a shot.
All right. I moved. Oh, I can't move the mark because I put it on. That was my bonus action.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
This person has not been hurt yet. Yeah.
Yeah, she's okay. The 2 archers on top are uninjured.
Damn, dog. So, that's 19 all day.
Nailed her.
You're rolling so good, Brent.
Yeah.
I know.
You're hitting everything.
That's 6 piercing.
6 damage. Yeah, you hit her right in the arm.
We got a chip on her shoulder.
Hit her right in the arm. She doesn't like that, but she seems okay.
Yep. I take the time to shout as I'm running, like, throw down your arms. We'll let you go. We'll let you live. That's it. That's all I said. Just get that seed in their head.
She ignores you, and she.
Yeah, okay, that's fine.
Yeah. And then, okay, now it is Magram's turn.
Okay. Now these guys within the Spectral Guardians, Spirit Guardians, won't take damage until their turn, right?
Correct.
Yes, it's on the start of their turn.
It's all based.
Aura.
Yeah, okay. it's all based on their turn, and it is weird because there are a bunch of abilities that trigger at different times but seem like the same ability. This is one that's dependent on their turn. Yeah.
Okay. And this is that Max? Is this you, right here?
Yep.
Okay. I will. How far away is this guy?
I just realized you couldn't hear me because I'm muted. Yeah, of course.
Okay. I'm gonna command at this guy and shout approach, so that he comes into the Spirit Guardians. Hopefully.
Oh, nice. It's the cleric equivalent of the scorpion spear,
yeah.
Right? Like,
yeah.
Come here.
Hey.
So
God, it's such a good spell. It's such a good spell for pulling people out of cover, right? Like, come stand out in the open.
Oh, she fails.
Nice.
Your command was approach.
Yep. And so with approach, it says the target moves towards you by the shortest and most direct route, ending its turn if it moves within 5 feet of you.
Yeah. So on her turn, she'll take her action to get as close to you as she can, and then the spell.
I mean, she falls off the cliff and takes some damage.
That was a great comment in chat. I just wanted to give a tip of that.
Anything else you want to do in your turn, JP, or are you done?
I don't think I can. That was an actual action, correct? Yeah, that's that.
Yep.
Nope, that's it.
Okay. Next up is the captain in the back, and
very brave captain fighting back there.
Yeah, brave. Just leading from. She's the rear guard captain.
Right.
She looks extremely nervous, and she whips out this object and starts doing something with it, and you can't really tell what she's doing, but she's over there interacting with something that was hanging on her neck, and that's going to be all of her turn.
Oh no!
Doing something.
All right,
she's doing something. Get her!
Got an object.
Yeah, she starts doing the predator laugh. She's turning on her self-destruct device.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead and roll damage for me on Spirit Guardians.
Sure.
We're doomed.
13. Nice.
Yes.
Okay. Wow, only one dead. Okay. All right, so even with half damage, they all die. You got them all. They are all dead.
Nerds.
Boom. They wither away on your necrotic aura of death that surrounds you.
Slapped down by necro hands.
Boom.
Love it.
Yeah, so they wither away and then they die. And now it is Kornos' turn. Max.
Kornos is my nickname.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How far away?
Sorry, Kelsavar. I have your name wrong.
65 feet away. Quite far.
Don't you have like a trot ability or anything like that? Is it
Canter.
Okay, I'm also half human. All right.
Do some dressage. It'll be funny.
Yeah, I'd like to cast Prance, please.
Yeah, unfortunately, we can't progress any further along this road because there's a shoulder-high barrier that Kel just can't jump over.
It's true.
Okay, so here's my.
Yeah, how do centaurs climb?
They don't.
Are they just
trying to get up a ladder?
Well. No, we don't climb.
You'd have to have incredible upper body strength and just drag your horse half up the ladder.
You'd have to make a centaur ladder. That's what would happen.
Yeah,
they're called stairs.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have a question about this terrain because I can get there. I'd be able to.
It's only about 5 feet up, so you could probably hit her in the feet. I'll allow it.
So yeah, that should work. All right. Well, in that case, I guess I would be able to charge then too, right? It's not.
Go for it. Yeah. Straight line, just knock her ass off the ground.
Someone in chat says, "God damn these centaur inaccessible dungeons, so inconsiderate."
Seriously,
it's you know what I mean? It's like a ramp or nothing.
Put a ramp in.
Put a goddamn
Sarah
ramp.
Rack. Come on.
Put a ramp in.
Kelsabar always carries around a tape measure and be like,
"Yeah, can't make it.
No,
gotta be honest.
Not wide enough."
Come on, be a little considerate to the centaurs.
All right, go ahead and take a swing there.
Yeah. I'll shut up. Yeah, here we go. First one. Oop.
Yes.
Nail her. You got her. Yep. Hit her. Yeah, that hits her real hard right on her foot, and she barely keeps herself up.
Yep.
But she's still up.
Second maul attack.
Hit her other leg.
Got her again. 9 damage. You kill her. She's dead.
She didn't get to
gone.
approach.
Yeah, so
spell.
You can hit your hooves on the cliff if you want or something. If you're
I didn't get to. I guess you know what? That's what I do. I do a little victory, like, yeah, you're fucking dead. Picking up some dust.
Just do a little trot.
Yeah. Amateur.
All right. Then.
Wait, no, actually, I'm going to do a little second wind as a bonus action.
Sure, go for it. Get yourself up.
That is a 1d10 plus my level, I believe.
Yep. D10.
Yeah, 1d10.
I put a little
thing
thing you can click on in your attack window. That just will do it for you.
Where? Oh,
it's the second one. Just click it and it'll roll for you. Yeah.
Nice.
Wow, 14.
That's fucking great.
You're
That's
back
exactly
full,
what I
aren't you?
lost.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Awesome. Okay. So.
See, I knew Adam was cheating whenever he's DMing because look at the rolls and stuff.
Temple Graves, it's your turn.
Yeah.
And there's
there's
Archer above you, and then the captain over there.
Yeah. Now, does it look like this lady is still fiddling with the thing, or has she finished fiddling with it and is waiting until her next turn for it to activate? Like, does it look like I could interrupt whatever faffing around she's doing?
Whatever she's fiddling with.
Is there a progress bar filling while I look at her?
It doesn't look like she's casting a spell or anything. It's just like she's like fiddling with an object that you don't recognize. You don't really know what it is, but she's doing something with it.
Her limit break
unrecognizable objects. Yeah, right. I love unrecognizable objects. But she's all the way over there. I am going to remain prone, so I'm going to move 15 feet through these bushes so that I am in the bushes. But before I do, I'm going to pop a shot with my force ballista over at this archer over here. Listen, everybody's such a cool soldier. I just don't want to get killed. So I fire the force ballista as my bonus action. I got a 19.
Nail her. Yep. Go for it.
Okay. So I deal 11 force damage.
Oh, you blow her ass off the cliff, and she's dead.
Yeah, get out of here, lady.
She's dead. Falls off.
Yeah, so I just overhand crawl into these bushes. And if she's toast, then I will use probably just cast Firebolt on the other lady.
Go for it.
I'll Firebolt that lady. So here we go. God, I have so many attacks. Okay, now I get a 9, but I think I want to use one of my lucky dice. I think I want to use a luck point and reroll and try that again. Okay. All right. So I have 2 left now. So here we go. Be better this time. 24.
Yeah, way better. You hit her. Roll damage.
All right. So she takes 12 fire damage.
Woo, that's a good hit. That's a good roll on you hit her right in the side, but she's still doing whatever she's doing.
She's
but
pretty tough.
Definitely hit her. Yeah.
Okay.
You
cool.
definitely hit her and do some damage.
Good.
Okay.
Excellent.
Now it is Bryn's turn.
All right. So I was getting another arrow ready to hit the one that was on the cliff, and I see the force bolts just come flying and just pow and knock her off. And I kind of give a glance over at Temple Graves, like give just a little. That's pretty good, and do it like you know how like drummers like twirl their sticks. Like you see him twirl his arrow and just like put it back in his quiver, and then start.
Oh, I love it.
Hoofing it towards. Let's see, 30 feet. Let's see here. And I can move there right through my own person, through my friend. Oh, I'm going through a bush.
Your allies.
The bush on me.
Yeah, like you have to move around the bush if you can't like move right through it. They're a little too thick for that.
Okay.
It costs double movement.
How about there then?
You go through. Oh, that's fine. You're right around there.
That cool? Okay, cool.
Yep, that's fine.
All right.
Unfortunately, as you go through the bush, you step on my neck, it breaks, and I die. Thanks.
We all know how easy that is. You know,
it can happen. It
can happen.
Very fragile.
Oh, yeah. I will take the mark off of the forehead of the person I killed last and just slap it on the forehead of this person.
Hell yeah. Is your mark like, can it be seen on the person, or is it just like in your mind that you know that they're marked? How does your mark work?
Me it's seen. To me it's seen. To me it's like a glowing circle within a circle, like the target logo, because that's what you practice on. You practice on like targets or propped up like wooden animals or something like that. So
don't practice your archery by shooting at department stores. Don't do it, kids. It's a bad move.
Yeah, it just kind of like her forehead starts glowing, or like her shoulder, whatever target I'm aiming at starts glowing.
I love it. That's awesome.
Take a shot. Big 12.
First one misses. Yeah.
All right.
Goes right and hits the bush. You crit the bush.
Fucking take the next one out. I like flip it up in the air. I grab it. I do the Robin Hood thing where I look at it. And I take just one little like feather out of it, just and like take another shot. Hopefully it'll correct. 14.
Does it? Just barely misses her and hits the bush again.
God damn it!
Yep. And you hear him under his breath just swear in Elven, just say the word for shit. Shit.
It's cool, man. You're firing tracer rounds. You'll get there eventually. You just got to get the arc.
Yeah,
it's fine.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
That's
anything else in your turn? All right.
Nope. I moved.
Magram,
section
go ahead.
Let's see. How far is that? Whoops. That works. 75. If I move here, all right. I'm gonna move up here. And how far is he from me? Why are you not letting me move? There it goes. All right, and then I'm gonna cast.
She's 45.
Toll the Dead on.
Do it. Yeah.
The creature. Oh, I need to cast it from my spells. Hold on.
Yeah.
Okay, that is wisdom. Okay, so.
Yeah, just make a wisdom save.
She fails. So go ahead and roll 1d12. I think it might be 2d12 at level 5. So do 2d12.
Okay.
I think cantrips
use it.
I'll double check.
Yeah, cantrips go up. Yeah, because my firebolt was 2d10.
Huh.
Yeah, it's 2d12.
I'll just roll 2d12 then. 16.
2d12. Woo! 16. Wow, that's a good hit.
Oh yeah, big money.
So she starts. Her skin starts melting away where you hit her. It's really painful. She screams out a little bit in pain because it hurts so bad, but she's still alive. Anything else you want to do?
I'll go ahead and cancel Spirit Guardians. So it just kind of like starts to dissipate, withers
away.
Yeah.
All right, now it's her turn. And she looks at you all and she goes, you've made a big mistake here. You killed my sister, and I will have you one day. And then just with a loud crack, you see the space around her like pull super far away, as if you're like someone took the area around her and is pulling it through the universe. And can you all make perception checks for me?
She's activating her warp drive.
18,
I heard
13.
about 30% do the Sisters of Slaughter.
I got a 9. Good.
Max.
All right. So
21. Wow.
You all see the room that she's going to, but Bryn and Max can see a little more detail in it. That you see symbols in the room of the Sisters of Slaughter. You see a circle drawn on the ground that she's now standing in, and then it's there for a few seconds, and then she cracks the thing she was playing with, and then everything goes back to normal, but she's not there anymore. She cracks away, and there's this loud bang as the universe reassembles itself where she was standing, and this super loud explosion. It doesn't damage you or anything, but it's extremely loud, and your ears are ringing from it. And she is now gone.
When that happens, in the intervening moment where everyone is hearing the kind of like the ringing in their ears, I say probably loud enough just for Bryn to hear. I'm like, that's not a big deal. I can do that. And I'm like getting up out of the bush, like wiping mud off of my cloak. Hey, we won. I think. Everybody okay?
Yeah, you know how it goes. And like as I say that, my Warhammer goes back on my side, and the arm that you usually like the cast wrought iron arm starts to like drop to the ground. It's just molten. So I no longer have a left arm. And so your
arm just kind of goes like deactivates, like just hangs loose at your side.
No, it drops completely off. It's no longer attached. To my
your arm just falls off. Is that normal? Like,
yeah.
Am I like your arm's off?
Happens
no, okay,
after
all
every
right,
fight.
cool.
And everyone gets 550 experience.
Nice.
Experience points. Yeah. Take it.
Yeah, you see me like just wandering around trying to gather up any arrows that I can that I've lost. I've spent 6 of them. Usually,
so you get 3, I think.
Yeah, 50% of them back, right?
Sure. Yep. The archers are the only ones that would have arrows. And you find the max that you're looking for. So
is there like a rule or like, so obviously this is a world where there's a bunch of different mercenary companies, right? Do we have like a central organization that determines like the laws of conflict? Like if we fight each other, is there anything we should or shouldn't know that we're like allowed or not allowed to do? Which I guess I should have asked before we started shooting them, but like, are we indebted to them as members of the same order that we have to bury them? Or like, is it just like, nah, you crossed us, fuck you, you're just dead?
The mercenary guilds in the world are kind of a free-for-all. There's only rules about completing your contract for the person that hires you. They have rights to interfere with the guild if they get double crossed or anything. There's no protections for the guild itself from being attacked from other guilds.
Sure. Okay.
It's kind of
that makes sense. Okay.
It's kind of ruthless, and that's how there's only been 3 guilds, is because sometimes these guilds will prey on each other and get them down before they become too big to be a threat anymore. So this kind of a thing isn't super uncommon, but you've never been quite drawn the attention of Sisters of Slaughter because they're kind of a bigger guild, and you're finally making a name of yourself to where they're taking notice now.
Yeah, I should say now, like, if she goes back and tells everybody, like, these Flaming Rose nerds just kicked the crap out of us, that'll be good for us, even if it makes them angry.
Dude, I mean, I wish I had, like, Instagram. I was just, like, in front of the dead body, just a pile of
the selfies of the corpse.
I want to search the sister to see if, like, she has anything important on her, anything of use. Not necessarily looting her, but to see if she had Like the same orders with the same like symbol on it or whatever.
You don't find anything on this one. She's just carrying the thing she's using in combat, her armor and her insignia. But you do find on the collective amount of bodies about 150 gold between all of them that you guys can split any way you want.
Magram, would you mind terribly carrying the gold?
Yeah, but I'm gonna need a little bit of it. You know, gotta fix the arm up. You know how it goes.
Of course. Before
we carry on, if nobody else minds, I'd like to say a few words.
For what?
You know, to mark the occasion.
What's the
in
occasion?
respect for? I gesture around. I mean, look at all these corpses. People lost their lives here today, Magram. I think it's important that we take a moment to acknowledge that.
Temple Graves is right. I think we should say something, give them a proper send off.
Do we all have to say it?
I'm just like, no, it's okay. I can do it. And I reach up and I take my hat off. And I have what's the creepy guy from Rocky Horror? What's that guy's name with the bad haircut? The scraggly, it's bald on top, like long and greasy on the other sides. Riffraff. I got riffraff hairdo under my hat. So I take my hat off and I hold it against my chest. I look around and I say, here on this road today, some assholes tried to kill us, but we killed them instead. One of them is still alive, and she's probably going to try to kill us later. But you know what? Fuck her. I put my hat back on my head.
I love it.
That was very nice.
I start dragging them off of the main road and then just off to the side. And I start I'm wondering, I want to leave them for the animals because that's what's going to happen to them. The animals are going to eat them, and I'm wondering if I should. It's not since we're on the clock. You know what? I'll just say like, as I'm dragging them like one by one off the road, if anybody wants help or whatever. But normally I would take their clothes off so the animals would have a better time eating them. But time is of the essence.
Yes, Bryn, we definitely don't have time for you to take all these dead people's clothes off. We should go. And I think I walk up and I put my arm around you like, come on, let's just put that idea out of our mind and get out of here.
So maybe me and Kel are the only two left. I'm looking over. I need you to put me on your back, Kel.
You see Kel like kind of like staring at the thought of Bryn like taking all of their clothes, taking the time to take all their clothes off, and then snaps. What? Oh, yes, certainly.
You want to like do?
Does anyone need a healing or rest?
No, I'll be all right. I'll get my arm situated. Kel, you want to kneel? How do you want to do this? I only got one arm. You want to just pick me up?
Kel like cracks you a smile and like kind of like just bends down, so you can like climb up, where his torso meets his.
It's a very inelegant way of like my foot is like on your nose and then on your eye and then gonna push it down your hair. Your hair's a fucking mess. I climb on.
Maybe you know what? Maybe you're having difficulty and you realize it. You just like, hold on, just go towards the rear.
Yeah, no. I'm almost there. I'm just a little to the right. To the right. Yep.
Right, hold on.
Okay. I'm good. And I like jump on, and then I realize I'm looking backwards. So I'm just like, shit. It's fine. It's fine. I'll watch the rear.
Watch the back. Yes.
Yeah, we're good.
Good.
Let's go.
Good thinking.
All right. So the four. I don't want to call them heroes, but our adventurers start traveling down the road. And then a few hours pass, and then Bryn, you notice what you've been looking for the entire time. There is a set of tracks that seem to veer off the side of the road, and you see a crashed wreckage of a carriage. And that's where we'll take our first break.
Awesome.
Yes. Free carriage.
Sounds good. All right. Yeah, now we can just take the carrot and not.
That's all I wanted.
Not ride Kel's survival.
Kel, we got bad news for you, buddy.
Someone's got to pull this. All right.
Good news, and we got bad news. Bad news is a carriage you got to pull. Good news is we have something to attach you to it with.
Yeah, exactly. All right, let's take a break. We'll come back and do some more D&D after this. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with more in just about 5 or so. We'll see you then.